That is why we are here tonight, to save and improve lives from the number one killer. Knowing that each of you have gathered in this room to support the mission of the American Heart Association, we are so excited to celebrate and have some fun. So let the fun begin, and the work is already started. Celebrating a century of heart is certainly the organization's diamond year if I've ever seen one. The brilliance of this organization has shown the world's health that hope has been astounding. Tonight, it's about celebrating what we've already accomplished and all the things that we have yet to achieve and the radiance of the future of everyone in this room. As we enter our second century, we will continue to lead breakthroughs in science, technology, and advocate for federal, state, and local policies that mitigate risk factors and protect our survivors. Tonight, we're celebrating a cumulative moment of a year's work that has made a difference in the lives of the members of this community, the greater New Orleans area. This critical work is rooted in the idea that we, each of you, is a relentless force for longer and healthier lives. So lives are at stake, and without opportunities to enjoy our full, healthy lives, people get sicker and die younger. Every one of our individual actions matter. Each of you, our volunteers, and every single dollar raised, it all adds up to make a significant impact on the health of our community. Let's take a look at a video that showcases our work in the greater New Orleans area. individuals throughout our community, some of whom you will meet tonight, who are counting on us, counting on you to make this night count. Let's thank our top supporters this evening. Ride Cars Construction, T. Parker Host, the Magnolia Companies of Louisiana, Pan American Life Insurance Group, and Wayne Seatzel. And we offer our sincere thanks to all of our other sponsors that are shown here on the screen. And finally, we'd like to thank our Core Vitae Society members of Greater New Orleans Board of Directors and all who've made a significant impact in our life-saving work of the American Heart Association. Our goal this evening is to raise record-breaking dollars. Our goal tonight, ladies and gentlemen, is 100% giving for 100 years of heart. That's right, you heard me, 100% giving for a century of heart. The work we are celebrating tonight would not be possible without the dedication and leadership of so many volunteers. And now, it is my honor to welcome to the stage the chair of the New Orleans Heart Ball, Stephanie Burks.
Thank you, Coretta. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us for tonight's celebration. It's been a real honor to chair this year's Heart Ball. During my time as a volunteer for the American Heart Association, I've learned that it's more than what you actually think. They are tackling real issues that are affecting our community today. Issues like access to CPR training, issues like improving nutrition security. I'm blessed to be able to invest my time and my resources through our company, Ride Cars Construction, to help to improve the issues within our community and the extensive work that extends beyond this event here tonight. Your support through this auction and our Open Heart Moment can help make that possible. So tonight, let's raise those paddles. We have paddles on the table. Let's raise those paddles. Let's have some fun while raising funds for the centennial year. Before I turn the mic over to my MC, I want to take the time to say thank you to our entire leadership team and auction committee members for their endless and tireless work this year. This team has secured incredible auction items, donations, and they have done all that behind-the-scenes work to make this night possible. I'm so happy to be able to celebrate their efforts here, and would you please join me in celebrating them? I ask that you all stand, who made this night possible. Please stand. Even if you're on the board, please stand. That you may be recognized. Thank you all so much. Thank you. This night would not be possible without you. I will say this, it's going to be a sad moment now because our brainstorming behind our nighttime dinners during our brainstorming times at Fleming's is now over. That's how you get them to come out. You feed them so we can brainstorm and have a good time as well as think of ways to make this night possible. Later tonight, we will hear from some survivors whose lives have been forever shaped through the work that's made possible through the American Heart Association. Consider your family, your community, and hold that dear to your heart as we celebrate our progress throughout this evening. I hear some people eating and enjoying already. because that was my next thing I had to say. We have a great evening planned with some delicious food, great wine. Take a moment and read what's on that wine label that you have at your table as well. We have wonderful entertainment coming up and good company, all in support of this great cause. Thank you for your support. I hope everyone enjoys this tremendous evening of giving. Again, I say giving so many times, of giving. I would like to leave you all with this. By supporting initiatives that advance health and hope, we are not just changing lives, we are saving them one heartbeat at a time. We will now take a short break and enjoy the food that is shortly coming out, and I will turn it back over to you. Thank you. Thank you all so much. I appreciate it again.
Okay, so as she mentioned, we're going to take a quick break for dinner, and when we return, get ready for an exciting lineup, including awards, inspiring survivors, our live auction, and thrilling entertainment. Enjoy your meal.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight our MC and auctioneer is the only certified benefit auctioneer specialist in Louisiana. He has helped raise over $10 million for local nonprofit organizations along the Gulf Coast this year alone, and is looking forward to breaking the AHA 2024 fundraising record. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our very own benefit auctioneer, Mr. Chuck Mutes.
Oh my gosh! Good evening, fun and happy people! Dude, I love you, man. I'm so happy to see you again. Hello, Miss Kim. All right. Well, good evening, everyone. How's everyone doing this evening? Oh, I love it. Well, thank you so much for having me here tonight, and another thank you to our chair tonight's event, Miss Stephanie Burks. Come on, give her another round of applause. Miss Stephanie, we so appreciate your leadership and hard work in leading this year's campaign. I am absolutely thrilled. I'll try this one. I'm absolutely thrilled to be leading our live auction tonight. But before we dive in, there's another group of people that we need to recognize. Ladies and gentlemen, a warm welcome for Lucretia Wilkerson and Michael McKindle. These are our 2023 Leaders of Impact. Beginning on World Heart Day last September 7th, community leaders across Greater New Orleans participated in a 7-week fundraising competition where they inspired their personal networks to support their mission. These community leaders joined forces with the American Heart Association to raise funds to fight heart disease. We are so grateful for your time and leadership as you came together with your teams and made an incredible impact. Please join me in congratulating our 2023 Greater New Orleans Leader of Impact winner, Miss Lucretia Wilkerson. There she is. Come on down, young lady. Congratulations to the inaugural Leaders for Impact for all of your hard work. Right now, we are currently engaged in a new class of leaders for the fall of 2024. So if anyone knows anyone who might want to be nominated, please let us know. Another round of applause for her, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight, we also want to celebrate the work of Dr. Cheryl Martin Shield. And where is she? There she is. We're going to honor her with the Greater New Orleans Centennial Heart of Gold Award. Come on down. We were inspired to bring back this honor for local physicians with a legacy of selfless giving, leadership, and impact made on the mission of the association in Greater New Orleans. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Dr. Martin Shield. Thank you so much for the lasting impact you've made and your dedication to the American Heart Association. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give both of our winners an extra round of applause. Now, although this is an evening of great fun, great food, great fellowship, there is one main reason we're all here tonight, and that's to help save lives of countless friends, family members, co-workers, and neighbors impacted by cardiovascular disease and stroke, and be a part of the work of the American Heart Association is doing our beloved Greater New Orleans community that we have heard about earlier. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, I would ask you that you quiet your conversations and turn your attention to the screens and listen closely to the stories of 3 of our local survivors and friends.
At the age of 30, I was living in the prime of my life. I wore several hats, at that time. So I was a mother, I worked full time, and also was a student working on the MBA at the time, and realized I was having shortness of breath, heart palpitations during my workouts. Until one day I was carrying my son inside, he was 4 at the time, and I was winded. So I went to see my primary care physician. They ran several tests, and they all came back and said nothing. The palpitations, the sweats, I just was not myself. Finally listened to a cardiologist, and he ran several more tests. I had 95 and 98% blockage in 2 arteries. So then he went in to do emergency angioplasty, and so now I have 3 stents in. After my diagnosis with coronary artery disease, I then left that doctor's appointment, and I knew it was going to be a success story. And so as soon as I got home, I started Googling, only because my cardiologist said, since now you have heart disease. Someone from the American Heart Association called me and asked me to be a part of this wonderful organization and start spreading the word in New Orleans around heart health, heart disease prevention, and it's been life-changing ever since. 20 years later, and what a ride it has been.
And you hear all the time, especially being a healthcare professional, that to recognize the signs, be fast, all of that stuff. And never in a million years did I think that I was having a stroke when I was actively having one. Sitting in front of a physician, mind you, having a meeting in my office, it had been a very stressful day for me. And all of a sudden, I had a crushing headache and I lost eyesight in my right eye. I ended up continuing my entire day at the hospital working. I'll never forget getting home and I called my mom. I was like, Mom, can you come make me dinner? And she was like, yeah, what's wrong? And I was like, I had a really, really bad headache. Like, I need to eat. Can you come make me dinner? She gets there, I eat, I go to bed. The next morning, I get to barely lift my head off the pillow. And I call my mom and I say, hey, do you mind taking me down to Simon's urgent care? I get there, I'm explaining to them, it's in a meeting, having crushing head pain, lost eyesight from it, and they're like, we're not giving you anything. You need to go to the emergency room. And I was like, no, I'm fine. Like, I'm telling you, it's just stress, it's migraine, it's nothing. And sure enough, I get to the emergency room, and I had a TIA in my left occipital lobe. That caused me to temporarily just have a loss of eyesight. And sure enough, it's because I had, you didn't know, it's called a PFO, which is when your 2 chambers of your heart don't close all the way after birth. So I had to have like a little button procedure is what it's called, to close your device that closes those 2 chambers. And that was my first realization that I had something wrong. That is why I have become incredibly passionate about making sure that women get checked, because I would have never guessed that anything was wrong with my mother. I would have never guessed anything was wrong with me. But you never know unless you get your annuals. You never know unless you actually talk about the things that you're feeling and not just struggling off with stress or anxiety.
My why is because I'm a survivor, a mother, a sister, and a grandmother. 2008, I had just had my 50th birthday. And for the 2 months prior to that, I knew something was happening with my heart. And I tried to write it off. It was time for my work physical, so I had my physical. And he sent me straight went to a cardiologist that very afternoon, and they wanted to put me in the hospital because they said I was about to have a heart attack. So I went to my cardiologist on the North Shore, and he said they needed to do an angiogram, like right away. But you have blockage in several areas, 95, 85, and 70. I had a heart attack on the table in front of this doctor, in between the two angiograms. They decided to go ahead with the angiogram, and luckily the two balloons worked, and I was left with one stent. This was my first realization that, number one, I was too busy. I wasn't taking care of myself, concentrated on work. And then, upon discharge, I was told that I had to do 6 weeks of cardiac rehab. I was the youngest person in the room and didn't think I belonged there. And the very first day, I exercised, and I could only exercise for 8 minutes. And that 8 minutes has stayed in my head since 2008. So my second day of rehab, my nurses knew exactly what I needed. And they sat me down and they showed me a video. And in that video, they let me know that if I didn't change my lifestyle, and I didn't take care of myself, put myself first, that my lifespan was estimated to be 2 years. It was 2008, and at that time I had 5 grandchildren, and I wanted to be there for them. And so that kind of lit a fire under me, and I continued to go to cardiac rehab for a whole year. And I was probably the only patient they had ever had that continued to go to rehab for a whole year. And if I had an opportunity to do something fun, I'd jump at it and do it, because my goal is to live the rest of my life showing people that you can live with heart disease. And you can, not just live with heart disease, you can live out loud. You can do stuff that you can do anything you want to do.
And now, please help me welcome our friend and survivor, Jen Hale.
Hey, y'all. Man, give a big round of applause for everybody with the American Heart Association. Nicole, Mary, y'all have done an amazing job. Steph, y'all knocked it out of the park. Tonight is fantastic. Congratulations on a wonderful event. And thank you so much, the Balls Initiative, the Sports Balls Initiative. That goes, all of those athletic equipment pieces go to our charity Sideline Pass. We'll be putting them in our back-to-school kits. Thank y'all for being so generous. We really appreciate it. So my name's Jen Hale, and much like a lot of the stories you just heard, heart disease caught me very much by surprise, too. I was 38 years old, top of my game, so to speak, living the exact life I dreamed of, covering the NFL and NBA. Never ate red meat, never smoked a cigarette, never tried a drug. My friends will tell you my drink of choice, my poison is red wine, which is supposed to be heart healthy. And a lot of the symptoms you've heard them talk about were mine too. I was just exhausted all the time. I went from, when the Pelican season ended, I used to take about a weekly crash. I went from sleeping 10 hours, just recovering from the season, to 11 hours, 12 hours, 13 hours. I was sleeping through my alarm. I was sleeping through baby showers. I was throwing with friends. I would wake up at night feeling like I'd just run a marathon, gasping for breath, even though I'd been sleeping. And I thought, I'm 38. I work out 5 to 6 days a week. What in the world could be wrong with me? It must be in my head. And I kept dismissing my symptoms. I kept thinking it was my fault or feeling guilty, like I was being weak. And I did go see doctors, but I didn't really advocate for myself and accept that there might be something really wrong. Fast forward to the next NFL season. I was covering a game in Charlotte, Carolina Panthers, San Francisco 49ers, and I couldn't put my shoes on. The shoes I'd packed no longer fit because my feet had swollen so big. I had to go get flip-flops and wear those on the sidelines. Panthers won the game. There's a post-game picture of me interviewing Cam Newton in flip-flops because those were the only shoes that would fit me. When I got back to New Orleans and went to see a doctor, he sent me to the ER, and I got admitted. And they ended up telling me my diagnosis was heart failure. And I thought, well, no, you must be wrong. You're going to need to run those tests again. I'm sorry. I just worked at NFL game and walked 5 miles, so that can't be me. That must be incorrect. Covering sports, y'all know what a playbook is, right? So sports teams, they want a big fat playbook. They want lots of options for every possible scenario. That playbook is what creates the play call sheet for each week. That big sheet of paper you see in front of Sean Payton, Sean McVay's face when they're calling plays so that you can't read their lips, that's a play call sheet. So in sports terms, what the doctors ended up telling me was, on this play call sheet, you are 4th and long. There really aren't many options. Your heart is now pumping at 16% capacity. Your feet are so swollen, you can't put on a skirt or zip up your jeans. Your waist is so swollen because your heart is shutting down. You have let this get so far the wrong way. So not good, right? When you have a play call sheet, you want to be 1st and 10. You want to be 2nd and 1. You want to have all those options available. They ended up recommending me to a specialist at Ochsner, who I believe saved my life. I really liked his play call sheet better than the first doctor's. He said, well, we got 3 play calls. Heart transplant, 5-year life expectancy, or there are these drugs you can try. And I'm like, well, I'm not the sharpest tool in the barn, but I like the drug idea. Let's try that. Let's go with that. And the trick there was, they call it heart remodeling. So my particular heart disease, the left side of my heart, got big and floppy and stretched way out. The right side takes the blood in, the left side pumps it out. So if you think about a rubber band, it couldn't snap back and pump the blood to my body. So we had to remodel my heart and get that part back bouncy and stretchy. No guarantees. The medicine works for about 30% of the people. The other 66% heart transplant or 5-year life expectancy. And the real kicker is, it's not a quick process, this remodeling. I only had my heart remeasured every 6 months. So I went ahead and got on the heart transplant list, and for 2.5 years, I didn't know if the medicine was going to work. Turned out, thank God for me, this medicine was indeed my onside kick to start the second half of the Super Bowl game. That was 8 years ago when I was told I have a 5-year life expectancy, and here I am bugging y'all tonight. My outcome is so much different than my family history. My uncle and my dad were also diagnosed with this. But they were men, and at least traditionally, we think of heart disease, heart attacks, as something that affect our beloved guys. Well, ladies, it's actually the #1 killer of us, too. And you need to be aware of that, because I was not, and that's why I kept excusing my symptoms and dismissing them. When my uncle was diagnosed, there was not anything on the play call sheet. He lived 3.5 years. When my father was diagnosed, he lived almost 5, and that was a big win. Here I am 8 years later, and it's because of research and development. It's because we now have these drugs. It's because of people with the American Heart Association, like Nicole and Mary and all the doctors out there that are doing this research and doing these trials to advance us and give us the tools, give us the play calls to win the game, the ultimate game, not the football game. And ladies, here's the other kind of crazy thing. I just learned this. In 1993, Congress finally passed a law that women had to be included in clinical trials for anything dealing with the National Institutes of Health. So up until 1993, all the studies only involved men. And not that we don't love our guys, but for women, there are a lot of different factors that affect us. Our cycles, pregnancy, menopause, and that hasn't been studied until starting in 1993. There's even a form of cardiomyopathy that only affects pregnant women. So it is so important that we consider those options, consider those factors when we give and when we perpetuate research, because I promise you, when you are the one up there and it is 4th and long and you need that Hail Mary, you need that miracle play,
You do not want there to be 0, 1, or 2 options on the play call sheet. You want there to be 8, 9, 10, all tailored to what works for you, what studies show works for women of your age, your gender, your race, your particular lifestyle, men as well. And that's what the American Heart Association is doing. They're expanding that playbook. They're learning what works for people in all sorts of different situations. They're giving us different drug options that will continue to help people live longer, fuller lives. Thank you for listening to my story, and I hope you'll remember it as we go forward and we give our pledge tonight. Well, I hope every one of you can participate, because you never know if it's going to be you or someone you love in this seat next. I promise you, if you're listening to these other heart survivor stories, none of us thought it was going to be one of us that would be the face of heart disease. It happens in an instant, so let's be ready.
Oh, yeah. That's what we talk about. I'm going to share a quick story that's not in the script. At 62, my father dropped dead of a heart attack. Massive heart attack. God took him before he hit the floor. That's what the folks that got there told us. Shocked him 7 times unresponsive. So, ladies and gentlemen, when I tell you that I am vested into this organization, you better believe it. So what Jen said, what Essence shared with us, what Erica said, what Sharon said, ladies and gentlemen, that's why we're here. There are so many people that come in and out of our lives every day who depend on the critical research and innovations that the American Heart Association provides. Our commitment, that means investing in our mission, and why we're asking you to invest in it. Now, when you checked in, you were given a cute little card. Guess what that cute little card does? On your table, there's some big paddles. So if you've got your big paddle in your hand already, go ahead and raise it up high so let me see it. If you don't have your big paddle, take that little card. Oh, look, that table's ready. Somebody's got their wallets. Somebody's ready to help. Go ahead and grab that big. Yeah. Oh, look, this lady's going to be bidding for everybody at her table. Look, no, that's quite all right. You can bid for everybody. We need their money more than they do anyway. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so we're going to do something a little bit different. To celebrate the centennial tonight, we're going to do something a little special. Right now, if you make a $1 donation of any amount and you raise your paddle, not only are you going to get our token of appreciation, but you will also have a chance to earn a special Centennial American Heart Association swag basket. That's right. Who said that? Swag. I love swag. We will have a drawing at the end of our evening, so everybody who raised that paddle will get a chance to play. Now, there we go. Ladies and gentlemen, our first ask tonight is a significant ask. I'm asking to be a part of our Corvente champion level of $5,000. A $5,000 gift to the American Heart Association would provide 2 New Orleans clinics serving underserved areas with equipment to help our patients monitor and control their blood pressure at home. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a lofty goal to hit tonight. So I'm going to ask for at least 2 of you or more in the room to raise your paddle and pledge $5,000 tonight. Who will be our first one to raise your paddle and say yes to the American Heart Association and know that that $5,000 pledge could provide 2 clinics serving the underserviced areas? And donor 130, give that young lady a round of applause. Thank you so much. Was that Miss Citrix? Thank you so much for that $5,000 pledge. Come on, ladies and gentlemen, do not. Donor 144. Thank you, sir, for that $5,000 pledge. That's 10 grand, ladies and gentlemen. Can I get one more? I know I asked for 2, and you gave it to me, but I'd get fired if I didn't ask for a third one. Can I get one more person who's an extremely wealthy and generous person who may or may not have won a silent auction item already to raise your paddle and pledge $5,000 tonight? Can I get one more? One more. Uno más. Otherwise, ladies and gentlemen, oh, if you're thinking about it, I'll wait. Are you pledging $5,000, ma'am? Donor one pledges $5,000 tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Give her a round of applause. Thank you so much, ma'am. All right, ladies and gentlemen, our next level is $2,500. Now, a $2,500 pledge would help cover the cost of the emergency defibrillator that we would put in schools or businesses. Ladies and gentlemen, think of the schools that we have in this area, the athletic programs that we've got at most all of these schools, how important it would be to have a defibrillator on campus. Or a $2,500 pledge would also help to conduct courses in CPR. These funds are so needed in our high schools and other places of business. I'm looking for some business owners and some people that have kids in schools to raise your paddle at the $2,500 level tonight, ladies and gentlemen, and help put an emergency defibrillator in one of our schools. Can I get at least 4 of you in the room to raise your paddle for $2,500 and help cover the cost of an emergency defibrillator? Going once. $2,500. I realize that's a lot of money. I don't have it in my couch cushions at home either. $2,500, ladies and gentlemen, help cover the EIDs and CPR training for our schools. Otherwise, how about a $1,000 pledge, ladies and gentlemen? A $1,000 pledge would help the American Heart Association with life-saving mission and give a gift of $1,000 that would provide CPR in-school kits to help train students with hands-on CPR. And who here will help cover those costs to put these CPR in-school kits in our schools? We have hundreds of schools in the greater New Orleans area, ladies and gentlemen. Can I get 5 people in the room to raise your paddle and pledge $1,000 and help cover the cost of putting these CPR in-school kits in our public and private schools? A $1,000 ask, ladies and gentlemen. And donor 1, 2, 3, thank you, man, for that $1,000 pledge. Let's give her a round of applause. That's 1. Come on. Donor 1, 4, 5. Thank you, man, for that $1,000 pledge. That's 2. Come on. Can I get 3 more at $1,000? Donor 1, 8, 1. Thank you, sir, for that $1,000 pledge. Give that man a round of applause. I need 2 more $1,000 pledges, y'all. That's only 10 $100 bills. Just don't go to Starbucks next month. Can I get 2 more at $1,000, ladies and gentlemen? $1,000 bill. 1 more. How about just 1 more pledge at $1,000 bill to help with the CPR in school kits? $1,000 bill going once. $1,000 bill going twice. All right, ladies and gentlemen. How about $500? This is the average cost to train 6 employees in a business to get certified in CPR. Really quick, who in this room is CPR certified? Go ahead and there we go. We need a lot more CPR certified folks in our businesses and schools. So ladies and gentlemen, a $500 gift would help train 6 people to get certified in CPR. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd love to see at least 6 paddles go up and pledge $500 tonight. Who will be the first to pledge $500 tonight for the American Heart Association and cover the cost to get 6 people certified in CPR? Donor 199, thank you, man, for that $500 pledge. Give her a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Do not let her be the only one. Donor 119, thank you, ma'am, for that $500 pledge. I know we've got some business owners in this room. Donor 140, thank you, ma'am, for that $500 pledge. Give her a round of applause. Come on, Donor 195, thank you, ma'am. Donor 200, thank you, ma'am. You know, that's 3 $500 pledges at that one table, y'all. We're trying to get 100% participation. Some of y'all other tables, they're putting the pressure on you. Liz just said, you know what, Chuck, we're going to get everybody at our table to pledge. Ha, ha, ha. All right, ladies and gentlemen. I need one more at $500 before we can move on. Who else will pledge $500? And donor 188, thank you, sir, for that $500 pledge. Let's give that gentleman a round of applause. Oh, and donor 186, thank you, ma'am, for that $500 pledge. By the way, my wife and I said that dress is stunningly beautiful. Thank you so much for that donation. Over here, come on, y'all. I need somebody in this sector to raise your paddle and pledge $500. $500 going once. $500 going twice. All right, folks. Oh, okay. Oh, Ron, look at it. Raise that paddle back up. Come on. If I have to say Wells Fargo to get you the right. 164, thank you, sir, for that $500 pledge. Y'all, it's because of who Ron hired that I can do this. Sweetie, I'm not trying to call you out or anything, but yeah, you're responsible for me being up here. Ladies and gentlemen, the final level tonight, this is a special one. $146. Somebody please ask me, what is so special about $146? I am so glad you asked. Man, this is great. 100 years of the American Heart Association, plus how many years Jim Hale has been here? Somebody say 46. That's right. 100 years of the American Heart Association and 46 years that Jim Hale has been walking this earth. So, ladies and gentlemen, you are not only supporting Jim Hale, but the American Heart Association. We need 100% of your participation. So, ladies and gentlemen, $146 is what I'm asking for. On the count of three, let's see if y'all can run me ragged. Who is going to pledge $143 tonight? And don't forget, everybody that pledges is going to get their name in the hopper. And donor 217, thank you, man, for starting us off. 216, thank you, man. Donor 223, thank you, man. Donor 136, thank you, man. Donor 132, thank you, ma'am. Donor 134, thank you, sir. 105, thank you, sir. 101, hello, assets. Thank you, ma'am. 146, hang on. I'm old and my eyes don't work so much. 146, thank you, ma'am. 147, thank you, ma'am. I got y'all backwards. 194, thank you, sir. 124, thank you, ma'am. Who else is going to pledge $146? Oh, there it is. Hold it still. 185. Thank you, ma'am, for that $146. 165. I heard somebody holler over here. Who did it? It's okay. I'll get out of your seat eventually. I need, how many people? I need 96 more people to raise your paddle and pledge $146. Donor 113. Thank you, sir. For that $146 pledge. 148. And who said peer pressure doesn't work here? Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. Oh, we got more. Oh, good grief. All right, you ready for this? 138, 217, 216, 219, 218, 140, 214, 215, 113, and 138. Ladies and gentlemen, we have 100% participation at this table. 1, 2, 1. Thank you, ma'am. I saw another one. Who else did it? I may be old and slow, but I'm still going in quick. 151. Thank you, sir, for the $146 pledge. All right. I'm back on stage. 212. Thank you, man, for that $146 pledge. How many is that? Deanna, have you been keeping score? We ran out of room, so $2,546 pledges so far. Come on, y'all, give yourself a round of applause. That's awesome. Are we all done? We have 30. How many people are in the room? Oh, y'all ain't going nowhere. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, everybody who has pledged, we're putting your name in the hopper, and you might go home with this awesome swag bag, plus that wonderful feeling knowing that you are helping the American Heart Association tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, please give yourselves another round of applause for all the wonderful work you're doing tonight. Now, if you wanted to pledge anonymously, pull your phone out, scan that little QR code that's at your table, and you can make another pledge. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we had 5 great live auction packages, but we've got a surprise in store. That's right, we've got 6 live auction items tonight. Now, for the live auction, I need everybody to understand the rules of a live auction. Rule number 1, during the live auction, there will be no spousal restraints. I know some of you left your husbands at home. I hope you grabbed their checkbook instead of just yours. Rule number 2, you will not hold a grudge at anybody else sitting at your table who is bidding against you. Just because Allie has more money than I do does not mean I can't try to outbid her. I'm just teasing. And rule number 3, you are not buying any of these items tonight. You are making a donation. And who are you making that donation to? Let's try that one more time with a lot more gusto. Who? There you go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get on with the live auction. Live auction number 1. There we go. Luxurious ocean beach escape and 24 mini bottles of Floros Spumante. That's right, you and your guests will enjoy a luxurious 2-night, 3-day beachfront stay at the stunning Roma House in Orange Beach, Alabama. This elegant 3-bedroom, 2-bath condo accommodates up to 6 adults. There can be some collusion in the tables, offering breathtaking ocean views and modern amenities in a serene, non-smoking environment. Indulge in the beauty and pristine sandy shores and spectacular sunrises in the exclusive coastal retreat. While there, relax and enjoy some Floros Spumante included with this package. The only restrictions are that the date must be agreed upon between you and the donor. We're not going to worry about the estimated value, but we would like to say thank you to Kay Appler and Emerald Lagasse Foundation for supplying these 2. There you are, Kay. Now, it does not matter where we start, it matters where we stop. So, ladies and gentlemen, 2 nights, 3 days, 3 bedrooms, 6 people, or if you want to bring some kids, you can have them sleep on the floor. I don't think Kay will care as long as you don't tell her how many people you're cramming into her house. Ladies and gentlemen, let's start the bidding at, let's start it solo, everybody should play. We'll start the bidding at $500. I'm looking for a $500 opening. 500, $7,500, $1,000 bill, 1,000 says yes, 12.5. Go ahead, Liz, 1250, 1250, 1,000, 12.5, 12.5. I have a $1,000 bid. I'm looking for 1250. Remember, if you only bid once, that's called shopping. 12.5, thank you, ma'am. 15, 15, 12.5, 15, 15, do it again, do it again. Come on, let's do it again. 15, 12.5, 15. How about 13? That's only $50 more. 1,300, 12.5. 1,300 says yes. 14, little 14, you're with 14, little 14. Don't look at her, she's prettier. Bid 14. 14 while she's thinking about it. 14, 13, 14, little 14. I'm a trained professional. I can do this until the cows come home. 13's all bid. I'm a $1,400 bill in on 14. 13's all bid, little 14, little 14. 3 bedroom, 2 bath, 6 people. 13 is our high bid, and you can take it from her for $100 bill more. 14, your turn. 14, I know you and the American Heart Association needs your money more than you do. 13 to bid, 14 otherwise. 13's going once. I'm looking for 14 into 14. 13's going twice. They moved to 14. 14 snuck back in. Would have been 15. 14 would have been 15. Otherwise, 14's going once. 14's going twice. Third and final call. Sold for $1,400. Congratulations, young lady. What's that donor number again? Donor number 108. Congratulations. Give her a round of applause, folks. Now, see, that didn't hurt me. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's move along to our item number 2, and that is, oh, wait. Here we go. Our next item of promote is Power Pairs, a double date night. That's right. You'll join Demario Davis, a New Orleans Saints player, and his beautiful wife, Tamela, for a double date night at Desi Vegas Steakhouse. Tamela is a certified life coach, foodie, and expert organizer. She's known for creating a peaceful and purposeful home for her family. Demario is passionate about his impact on the lives of others and sharing the love of Christ. Together, they are philanthropic by nature and advocates for strong marriages and Christ-centered families. Come and experience a taste of Desi with this powerful power couple. And again, the only restriction is the date must be agreed upon between you, the winner, and Demario and his wife, Tamela. Ladies and gentlemen, it does not matter what this retail value is. You need to bid on this like you really want it. Imagine you and your significant other breaking bread with Demario, and I think my color's goofed up. Is that better? All right, ladies and gentlemen, you and your significant other breaking bread with Demario and Tamela at Desi Vegas. Ladies and gentlemen, who's going to start the bidding at $1,000 bid? I'm with a $1,000 opening bid. Who's going to start it at $1,000? Come on, y'all. Imagine one-on-one time. I'm sure he'll sign a football or three. All right, who starts the bidding at $500? I have a $500 opening bid. Deanna, this would be your opportunity. $500, $7,500, $1,000 bill, $12,500. $1,000 bid, not $1,250. Who bid $1,250? Number $1,250, $1,250, $1,000 right there. Number $12,500. Then bid $12,500, number $12,500, number $12,500. $1,000 bid for a one-on-one conversation with Demario and Tamela. And right now, this gentleman has a high bid at $1,000. Who bid $12,500? Put $1,000 bid, $1,250, $1,000 bid, now $12,500, $12,500, $12,500, $12,500. $1,000 bid. I'm looking for $12,500. How about 11 while y'all are thinking about it? I have $1,000. Look for 11. Anybody $11 bill? 1,100. Anybody 11? 11. Otherwise, 1,000 is going once. I'm looking for $1,100. Anybody 1,100? 1,000's going twice. Anybody 11? Look for 11. Anybody 11? Sold for $1,000 bill to the gentleman in the white jacket. What's your number, sir? 113. Thank you, sir. Congratulations. All right, our next item number 3. Now, this might be for the ladies, y'all. Enjoy the ultimate foodie girls' night out. Do you want to face the kitchen fearlessly? We'll join Tamela Davis, an exceptional cook and foodie, for a fun-filled girls' night with up to 5 of your friends. You'll enjoy a mouth-watering experience in Tamela's home, inspired by her love for flavorful cuisine and festive occasions. Come and immerse yourself in the big music culture while having a great time with your friends, plus all the meal prep, courtesy of a $250 gift card from Rouse's Supermarkets. This will ensure that you have all the finest ingredients for an unforgettable culinary adventure. And again, the only restriction is the date must be mutually agreed upon between the auction winner and our donor. Donated by Tamela Davis. Ladies and gentlemen, remember, it's not what you're spending, it's what you're helping the American Heart Association with. Who's going to start the bidding at $500? I'm at 500. She says yes. How about $7,500? $1,000 bill. What is 1,000? 1,000 says yes. 12,500. 12,500. 12,500. Oh, she wants it. 15. Go ahead. 15. 12. I've been there. 15. 15 says yes. 16. 16 says yes. 17. Go ahead. 17. 17. Somebody do it again, Les. 17. 17. 18. Don't let her stake it for me for a $100 bill. 18. 19. Better 19. 19. 2,000. Nice round number. 2,000. You know what? If you just say 2,500, she won't bid again. 2,500, she said yes. You realize the only way I'm going to let you bid against this, you got to say $3,000. You bid 2,500. You jumped it up. I should say 25 going once. 25's going twice. Third and final call. Sold for $2,500. Give that lady a round of applause. I was teasing. What's your donor number, young lady? 130. Thank you, ma'am. All right. Our next item is right up here, ladies and gentlemen. Terrence Osborne has been known throughout the U.S. He has painted 5 of the last 30 Jazz Fest posters. This is a Giclée. A Giclée is a print on canvas of Starry Nola. And what Terrence has done is he has painstakingly taken clear paint and remarked and reworked the Starry Nola to make it the closest thing that you will ever have to a true original hanging in your home without having to pay $30,000, maybe even $40,000 to get an original work from Terrence Osborne. Deanna and I have one of these in our home. It's the front line. It's not the Starry Nola. No, you may not bid on this. Ladies and gentlemen, this measures 24 by 42.5 inches. It's been framed. It is ready for your home, and it has been donated by our very good friend, Terrence Osborne. That's right. Give Terrence a round of applause. He has donated several times to the American Heart Association. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is valued at right around $5,000. Who's going to start the bidding at a fifth of that? Who's going to start us at a $1,000 bill? $1,000, $15, sir. $2,000, man. We're at $2,000. $15 to bid at $2,000. Anybody $2,000? $15 to bid at $2,000. Anybody $2,000? $15 right there. $2,000. How about 17 and a half? We're at 17 and a half. 17 and a half. We're at 15 to bid. 17 and a half. Thank you, sir. 17 and a half. Now 2,000. We're at 2. 17, 15 to bid at 2. 2. Your turn bid at 2,000. 2,000. Are you thinking about it? 2,000 says yes. 22 and a half. 2,000 in that 22 and a half, 22 and a half, 22 and a half, 22. 2,000 over there, over 2250. 2250 in the bid for 2250. 2,000 right bid. 2250. 25, sir. 22 and a half, that's 25. 25 over 25, 25 over 25, 25. 22 and a half in the back. Look for 25 over here. It'll be $2,500 bid. It'll be 25, 25, 25. 25 says yes. 27 and a half. 27 and a half. 25 to bid at 25. Remember, don't hold a grudge against people at your same table bidding against you. 25 to bid. 27 and a half. 25 to bid at 27.50. 27 bid at 27.50. 27.50. Thank you, ma'am. 3,000. 3,000. 3. 27. 3,000 says yes. 32 and a half, ma'am. 3,000 to bid. 32 and a half. 32 and a half. 3,000 to bid at 32 and a half. 30. How about 31? That's only $100 more. 31, and the American Heart Association would really love that extra $100 bill. 31, one more time. 31 says yes. I'm pretty sure you're going to outbid her. Go ahead. Say 32. 32. 31 to bid at 32. Look at 32. Otherwise, she's going to be really happy with that 31. 31 to 32. Oh, he said yes. You know, I don't want you to let it go for just $100. You want to say 33? 32 is our bid. I'm at 33. I'm at 33. 33. Otherwise, 32 is going once. Oh, and you met him too not too long ago. 32 is going twice. And I'm at 33, 33, 33. I'm just picking on him. 33. Anybody 33? Sold for $3,200 to that handsome young man at Wells Fargo. Ron, I'm sure that you're regretting ever telling me that high, right? Okay, thank you so much, sir. We greatly appreciate that. And remember, the American Heart Association needs your money way more than you do. All right, ladies and gentlemen, our next item up for bid Oh, Miss Tiffany. Take a look at what Miss Tiffany has. Oh, my word. This is a stunning ruby and diamond necklace. It's timeless. It's classic. This is 14 karat white gold featuring beautiful rubies weighing 1.11 carats, surrounded with a halo of brilliant round cut diamonds totaling 0.20 carats. This has been donated by the folks at Diamonds Direct. It has a retail value of over $3,000, but it can be yours tonight if you are the winning bidder by supporting the American Heart Association at tonight's auction. So, ladies and gentlemen, 1.1 carats of rubies, 0.20 carats of diamonds. Guys, how many of you are in the doghouse right now? You should be thinking very hard about this as you're reaching for your bid paddle. And donor 145 is bidding $1 million. What do you start us at 1,000? He says we have a $1,000 opening bid. We'll make it 12.5. 1,000 opening bid over 12.5, over 12.5, over 12.5, over 12.5. Who'll bid $1,250? I have a $1,000 opening bid. I'm looking for $1,250, y'all. Now we need a competing bid before 12.5. Thank you, sir. 1,500, sir. You're almost out of the doghouse. 1,500. It's worth $3,000. That's half price. 15. Thank you so much. 17.5. Wait a minute, 17.50. 15's in the bid. 17.5 your turn. Wait a minute, 17.50, 17.50, 17.50. Can you get a 17.5? Wait a minute, 17. How about 16 while you're thinking about it? 15's our bid. 16, sir. 17, sir. 16 bid. 17. Wait a minute, 17. 16 right there. Over 17. You realize you're bidding. Okay. His heart, 17, sir. 17. Now you can bid. Say 18. 17 right there. I'm for 1,800. Anybody 18? 17 to bid now. 18. Anybody 18 over 18? Anybody 18? Otherwise, this gentleman is going to be stealing it tonight for $1,600. Anybody $1,700 for this beautiful necklace, ruby and diamonds, celebrating the 100 years. The rubies are red, right? Go like this. 16 to bid, 1,700. Otherwise, 16 is going once. 16 is going twice. Third and final call. Sold to you, sir, for $1,600. Give that man a round of applause. Congratulations, sir. And what's your donor number? 144. Thank you so much. All right, ladies and gentlemen, now, Mr. Brennan is in the house. Dickie, where are you, sir? Give me a wave. Dickie Brennan? I know he's here. I saw him earlier. There he is. Y'all, give Dickie a round of applause. He walked up to us earlier today and he says, you know what, Chuck? I think my house in Vacherie needs to have a dinner party. How about I mispronounced it. Vacherie. Did I say it right? Still goofing up. This is dinner for 8 at Dickie Brennan's home on the other side of the levee. So you will be able to enjoy dinner while looking across and seeing the Mississippi River. You'll be rolling on the river at Dickie Brennan's home, enjoying food, wine, fun, and all sorts of shenanigans. You know that the dinner's going to be excellent because it's Dickie Brennan. You know the wine is going to be wonderful because why? It's Dickie Brennan. Ladies and gentlemen, dinner for 8. You, 6 other people, and your favorite auctioneer. Who's up to get a $1,000 bill? $1,000 bill. How about 1,100? 11, 12, 13, 14. Get again, 15, 16. Your turn. 16, your turn. That's $200 a person. Go ahead. 16. Liz, your turn. 16. 16 says yes. How about 17? 16 to now. 17. Anybody 17. Thank you, man. 18. What about 18? 19. Do it again. 19. Get rid of 19. 19 says yes. $2,000 bill. 2,000 says yes. 21. 22. Do it again. 23. She's got more money. 23. 24. 25 and a 25. She's conferring with her friends. Hang on. 25. 26, 27, do it again, 27, 27, 26, 27, 27, 27, 27, got to 26, over 27, 28, do it again, 28, 28, 28, 29, 29, 29, 29, 28, 29, 3,000, go ahead, 3, 32, 32, do it again, 32, 32, 3,000, 32, 32, 32. Dickie, wine is included, right? Yes, wine is included. 32, 34, 36. Do it again, 36, 30, 36, 34, 36, 37, 36. Is it good? Is it good wine? It's great wine. 34 to bed, 36, 34 to 36, 38, and then 38, 38, one more time to 38. It's good wine. 38, 36, 38, 38. How about 37? That's $100 more. 37. 37 says yes. You know, Allie, if you just say 4,000, it'll pretty much end the conversation. 37, 38, 37, 38, 37, 38, 38, 38. Otherwise, 37's going once. 37's going twice. 38 says yes. 39. Do not collude during my auction. 38, 39, 38's the bid. 38's going once. 38's going twice. So, $3,800. And y'all, let's all go get some crispy, crunchy chicken on our way home. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't think I've ever had that happen in one of my auctions before. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are truly grateful for the generosity in this room. Now, if anybody has not made a bid or made a pledge, we're going to send a little text message to your phone. Tap that link, add a 0, and make sure that we have 100% participation tonight. I am sure that I can speak on behalf of all of our survivors, volunteers, and staff at the American Heart Association by saying that your giving is saving lives. We all extend our heartfelt gratitude for your dedication to this very important mission. And I hope that this evening you will leave with a wonderful memory or three and keep you inspired to continue supporting the American Heart Association for many years to come. Now, before you put your dancing shoes on and get your heart rate up, we'd like to put your hands together and give notice to next year's co-chair, Mr. Dickie Brennan. Give him a round of applause, y'all. We are excited to have Dickie leading the charge on the American Heart Association's first year into the second century, and we look forward to seeing everyone next year. Congratulations again to everyone for presenting and the champion health and hope for everyone everywhere. Next year is sure to be amazing, and I am a firm believer that we have a winner of the American Heart Association Continuous Swag Prize. And again, thank you to everybody who's donated to your Open Your Heart gift. Now, do we have our winner? All right, ladies and gentlemen, please remember that the silent auction checkout will begin shortly. Thank you, everyone. And now, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together and get your shoes on, because the New Orleans Exceptions is going to start playing a little Boogie Shoes. 1, 2, 3, 4.